Good morning. This is my mornings with Mike. Mike's not his real name. He had to use an alias. He's a local truck driver and a part-time exotic dancer. By exotic, I mean he dances with a monkey. He hasn't done too much dancing with the monkey lately because the monkey's in Bermuda on vacation. So he's mostly driving this truck now. He's actually a very happy man, as you can see. Yeah. His name is really Michael, allegedly. I want to show you all something I've been working on for a couple of years. So it's just a prototype and it looks like shit, but I'm going to make improvements on the next one. What it is, see the string? So you ever go to Dunkin' Donuts and you get 2 mediums and a dozen donuts, and then you try to figure out how you're walking out with 2 cups of coffee, a square box of donuts, and get your car keys out. Well, here, look at this. This solves part of the problem. See this? And like I said, it looks like crap. I look great with a hat around here, but I've got some other stuff. I'm going to keep on going. Now, I know somebody, you're going to see this genius invention and steal it. Go ahead. Because mine are going to look like luxury items. Well, not this one, but. So all you do is you put your 2 in there, and guess what? You get 2 hands free still. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fucking genius. Okay, hold on. So it's Sunday morning and I want pancakes. I want to go to IHOP. I don't want to spend the money though. So I'll just make my pancakes. My pancakes are better anyway. Blood sugar wasn't too bad this morning. So last night, Karen and I had a date. And we went to dinner and then a comedy show. Comedy show was awesome. But we went to this place called Fishbone Harry's. Now, this is in Beverly, Massachusetts. And I had really no idea where it is. We've been to this restaurant before. It was great. We went to the comedy show before. The first time we saw Chris Kattan. It was funny. So anyway, we're driving up there. And I said, Karen, pull over right here. The restaurant's like right up the block there. So we parked and we were getting out, and the restaurant wasn't up the block. Wasn't up the next block. But 6 blocks later, we came upon the restaurant. Oh my God, how I was so far off. So we walked up to the door. Karen grabs the handle of the door and it comes off in her hand and she's about to freak out. And we look inside, it looks like the place is abandoned. So I walked around the back because I thought I saw somebody through the window. And as I was walking up to the back of the place, this woman starts yelling, hey, you can't go over there. I was like, I have a reservation. And she says, no, not there, we moved. Like she's yelling like this the whole time, we moved. I said, where did you move? Right there. Right there. It's like they moved like 2 doors up, 1 door up or something, whatever. So now my foot's been killing me for the last few days, like real pain. I think it is from one of the accumulated injuries that I had that I never had taken care of in my life. And I think I specifically know what I did with this one. I won't get into gory details, but all I did was I wrapped it up in an ace bandage for a week and then decided it was fine. Well, it hurts right now. It's a little better than it was last night, but I walked in that thing last night and then back again. So anyway, we went in, and I had already decided I was going to get the dumpling special. And this place has a lot of unusual things. It's hard to pin down what you would call a restaurant. I don't know, but so I got the dumplings. I also got a lamb burger, which was definitely different. I enjoyed it, but wow, it's like tastes like nothing else really. I also got some nice mashed potatoes as a side. They have mashed potatoes as a side that you can order. Like, I love mashed potatoes, and they did these really really good. So anyway, we ate. Karen got tacos of some kind, which she enjoyed very much. The waitress was a delight. Uh, what I really liked about the place, and I complimented the owner, was I hate going to a place and having to ask people, where's the restroom? Most a lot of restaurants are dimly lit and they don't. Well, this guy is painted in three different places, um, probably 4 feet high, restrooms, like on the pillars in it. So you walk up to one and then you see the next sign, and you walk up to that, and then you see the next one, there's the restroom. So I complimented him. I said, this is amazing. I said, you know, it's just, what a great idea. He goes, yeah, well, you're the only one that said that so far, because I still have to give people directions to the restroom. And he points to the sign like restroom. But I'm telling you, it's just, and inside the men's room, they have a mural across the whole inside of it. And it's the Goonies. It's the Goonies. It's amazing. And it says Goonies never say die. I don't know. I'm not of the Goonie generation, but oh yeah, it was amazing. So I said to Karen, "See what they got in the ladies' room," and it was a Golden Girls mural. I think she took pictures of that too. But so we go to leave, and the comedy place is just around the corner. It's called Off Cabot. Everything around there is named Cabot. Cabot Theater, Cabot this, Cabot that. Um, we go in. The first guy, he was like the MC. His name was Logan O'Brien, and he did some stuff on being like Irish in America, American Irish, and he was really funny. I actually asked to have a picture taken with him afterwards, because they said, I can show this off to people, when you're in a movie or in a big sitcom, and he's looking at me like, he just kind of said, thanks, But anyway, so he did a set, and then this kid came out, and he seemed a little different at first, and then he explained why he was diagnosed with autism in 1999. So he's talking about being on the autism spectrum, I call it, but he was funny as shit. He was fucking hilarious. He could make fun of himself, but also the other people who that look at people that have autism. You know, he's going to be at Nick's Comedy Stop, I think he said, in either May or June, or maybe April. I don't know. Look him up. Yeah, look him up. I don't remember his name. Oh, God. I can't remember his name. I'll try to remember his name, and then I'll put it in another video. And then the last guy, the headliner, was this guy that Karen was talking about him because he was on Seinfeld. She worships at the throne of Seinfeld. There isn't a thing that has ever happened in this world, in the history of the world, in the history of the universe, that wasn't also a Seinfeld episode. And she usually tells me about them, but it's like, I didn't watch it when it was on. I worked nights. I didn't have a VCR at the time. I had seen the first couple episodes when it first started and didn't like it. Apparently nobody did, so they changed the whole show up. Anyway, I've seen some episodes along the way, and I have a couple of favorite ones. But this guy was a comedy writer on the episode or something, and he gave Jerry a Armani suit, and it was something about soup is not a dinner or a meal, and he also had the phrase, "It's gold, Jerry, it's gold." The guy was funny. I've seen this guy in like 100 other things, though. I never saw him in Seinfeld. She showed me the picture because I know that guy. So you can look up his name yourself. Don't look for me for names here. Don't look for me for names. Because I'm the person that if you name your child something and I don't like it, I'm going to call the kid something else. You know, my nephew Desmond is officially Frank to me for the rest of his life. It's Frank. He's Frank. I don't care. No. So beware what you name your kid. I'll just change the name if I don't like it because something wrong with me. Anyway, we brought our leftovers into the club, and this guy goes, "We don't normally allow outside food in here." So I looked at him straight. People who don't know me don't realize I don't give a fuck what you think or what your rules are. Okay? You don't like it, call a cop. I don't care. But it's my food. I paid for it. We weren't going to walk back to the car and come back again. So we went through the whole show. Had a good time talking to this couple beside us. They were nice. It's funny because the Logan comic was talking about not being able to losing his license or something like that, and he's like, "Damn, I live in Quincy." He goes, "We're like, look at each other. Quincy, why is he bringing up Quincy?" So at the end of the show, when I walked up to him to ask for a picture, I said, "Hey, we're from Quincy. You need a ride?" And he kind of was stunned at first. I go, "Seriously, we're from Quincy. We just want to make sure you can get home." He laughed. He goes, "Oh, no, okay, I'm good, thank you." That's when I said, "I'd like a picture with you." And then I asked him, "Logan O'Brien, what's your middle name?" He goes, "Michael." I said, "Of course it is." I said, "You're like 105% Irish. Logan Michael O'Brien." But he was funny. Anyway, so we're going to leave, and it's windy outside. It actually was warmer when we left than it was when we came in. And I came and said, "Oh, wow." Well, this breeze was blowing in from whatever direction. I don't know because I'm still not sure where Beverly is. And my hat blew off. See, since the no hair thing, some of my hats aren't very tight, and I gotta kind of hold it down in windy conditions. And I was like adjusting my hand. My hat blew off, which is my black one. And as I went to like I don't know what I was trying to do, like be the $6 million man. The wind caught my food container, opened the lid up like a ghost was opening it up, and then the full force of the wind came in and just blew it off of me, and it kind of tumbled in midair. And I was like, as long as it lands on the bottom, I'm picking it up, I'm taking it home. But as it was in its like third tumble, the food came shooting out and just shot down the sidewalk. And like right after that, some lady came out and said, "Oh, somebody lost their food." And Karen said, "Oh, that would be us." I had one fucking dumpling. I was looking forward. I was going to eat some of them in the car on the way home, even though I know Karen doesn't allow that. She does. I had one dumpling. That was the plan, to have the dumplings. That was the plan. I don't know why I ate the burger and I ate I know I ate mashed potatoes, but I left the dumplings. I had one dumpling. Then I had none. The first one was delicious. I'm wondering if the rest were too. Did you ever think about that though? Like if it was like 7 dumplings, multiple dumplings. If the first one was good, does that guarantee that the rest would be just as good? I don't think so. Maybe they were from two different batches of dumplings. Dumplings I really like. It's funny, it goes back to this movie called, I think it was called My Favorite Year. And it was like a parody and just sort of disguised character type movie that was based on Sid Caesar's Your Show of Shows in the 50s. And it was about comedy writers. And Selma Diamond, who was in Night Court, who was a writer on Your Show of Shows in the 50s, actually played a wardrobe lady in that movie. They should have had played a writer. For Christ's sake, she wrote the jokes back then. She was the first bailiff that passed away. I mean, the woman had a cigarette hanging out of her face most of the time, so it's no surprise she had lung cancer. But she was funny. So anyway, there's this movie. The main character is played by the guy that played Cousin Larry on that other show. And Peter O'Toole was playing the part of Errol Flynn. And allegedly this was built on a true story when they were trying to get Errol Flynn, whose career was done by that time and he was drunk all the time, to appear on the show like they do now with the host on Saturday Night Live. And so Cousin Larry's job was to keep him, well, make sure he made it to rehearsal. The show. It was a good movie anyway. But in the movie, Cousin Larry buys a whole array of Chinese dumplings. He wants to have this date with this girl who I don't know who she was, but he has all of these things. He explains the name. I can't remember what the name was he said for the dumplings, but each one of the container had a different kind of dumpling in it. And at the time, I was like, I never had any kind of dumpling. It's one of those things you say, someday, I will eat Chinese dumplings, and I will love them. Anyway, well, I don't know if there's any stray dogs or rats in Beverly that enjoyed my dumplings. And also the fries that came with the lamb burger, which was some kind of truffle oil something. They weren't good. They really weren't good. But no, they really weren't good. So, and then we left and we came home. And by the time I got home, my foot was pounding. Oh my God. Right now, it's not that bad. But going up to the island later to meet some cousins and a brand new little cousin. Little cousin. Our family is huge. It's getting bigger by the day. So, I don't know. So we had a good night, I guess. Even though my food was swept away. Rick Morgan said I made the wind gods angry or something, and that now I need to make a sacrifice involving calf's blood or something, and I'm pretty sure that's out of the Bible. I don't know, but he comes up with these things, and I don't know. I probably should stop now and go make some pancakes. I believe there's a what do you call a whole bunch of seagulls together? Probably assholes, but I think there's a bunch of them actually living on our roof now. You know, where we live, we're actually out the window at flight level of all the birds around here. Like, they're flying in a straight line past our window because we're kind of like, it's not a castle, but it's like we're on a big rock above Quincy Ave. You know, and we can see the rooftops, and we can see, until the leaves come in the trees, we can see downtown Boston, we can see up to the North Shore, and I looked out today, and I could see the gas tank, where on April 1st, between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., the Bear Soup Brothers will be dipped. The lid will be lifted off of the gas tank. They will be brought in by a barge on the water. They will be lifted off of the barge by a crane. And they will slowly be moved over and dipped into a vat of neat. There's not really gas in there anymore. There hasn't been gas in that thing for years. It's a tank of neat. The Bear Soup Brothers will then be taken out brought down, hosed down, fed and clothed, and they will then be allowed to go on their way. Right now they're in quarantine. I don't know why we have to keep them in quarantine before we do this, but they're in quarantine anyway. They are CJ and EJ Bearsuit, and their little brother, Ballyhoo Bearsuit, who doesn't need to be dipped anymore because his first dipping, he incurred an allergic reaction and he lost all his body hair forever. So he's smooth. Anyway, April 1st, turn your TVs and the radios off and listen for the sound of the grain. And then the semi-splash as they get dipped. Bonnie Bearsuit, wife of CJ Bearsuit, pulls the switch because she is the senior Bearsuit wife. There are only two Bearsuit wives, Bonnie and Betty. I think it's Betty. I don't remember. Okay, anyway, I think I'm going to go make a pancake now. I have a teddy bear pan, so I can make pancakes in the shape of a teddy bear's head. Anyway, so I think I might use that today. I don't know. Anyway, well, you all enjoy the rest of your days. Day. And carry on.